hey, you should check me after a game and how you're
Yeah, I mean, it was a number of things. One, they just don't give up, you know, and Ty, he's one of the best I've seen at, you know, making adjustments, and most people call it junking up the game, but it's not junk in reference to how he operates, whether it's switching or putting bigger guys on smaller guys and vice versa. And I thought after the 50-point quarter we had, you know, they were gonna do some things differently to try to slow us down, and they did, and we didn't execute in certain situations, and they started hitting shots, and then they were making a concerted effort to make or miss, get the ball down the floor and just get to the rim, and that put us in a bind. But we knew it was gonna be like that in a closeout game, and to be able to make enough plays down the stretch. I thought J.O.'s steal was one of the biggest plays in the fourth quarter, and we just were able to make enough plays to win the game.
Obviously, Devin with the 47 points, time to play off career high, 25. In the third, outscored the Clippers by himself.
Yeah.
In the third quarter, just speak to what
I mean, he was doing what Book does. There were times where he was taking what the defense gave him, and then there were times where he just went, and it didn't matter. And when he's going like that, we're not calling many plays. It's all about concepts and looking at the environments to create space for him. And the guys on the floor, whether it's D.A. rolling or Kevin in the corner, it allows for him to have more space, but that's just Book. He would tell you, like, he's trained and waited for moments like that, and I'm just glad to have him on my side.
Last thing I had, have you ever been in a game where you had that kind of high where you have a 50-point quarter and then you look up and it's like, we're in a 2-point game?
Yeah, I have, and unfortunately, I've been on both sides of it. I mean, if you've been in the league for any amount of time, those things happen, and so you just want to be on this side of it and learn from it. That's all you can do.
Monty, ultimately, what did you see stabilize for the guys in the last 2 or 3 minutes to be able to close it out?
Just one, using the clock properly and spacing the floor. We got Kevin, we tried to get him in the post, and then they were fronting him and clogging the paint, so we just decided to put him at the nail and give him a chance to operate, and he got fouled. And they were trapping and fake trapping, and that was forcing us to waste clock, and then we were getting into late shot situations in the clock. But it wasn't great by any stretch, but we did enough to get the win. And it was the defense. I think they threw it away a couple times, just tough passes, and then J.O. had a big-time steal.
That was a new spot for Landry and Crunch in this series. What were you looking for?
Just to try to space the floor a little bit. J.O. was in the corner, and they were helping off with him. So just to put Landry over there, maybe they guard him so we'd have more room to operate.
Coach Kevin took a tumble and kind of landed on someone's foot there with his low back over here.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
I think he's okay. I mean, you've seen a number of guys take that fall here lately, but I don't think it was as bad as the ones I've seen in the past week or so.
And then Campaign obviously didn't come in until the 4-minute mark. Just kind of a tough game to bring him back into football.
There's such a matchup-driven team. They put smaller guys in situations, and if you switch it, then you got Cam on Plumlee or you got Cam on Zubac, and so we were trying to avoid that. But I thought just giving him a chance to get on the floor and get the pace up, I thought we slowed down a little bit. And Book was running pick and roll at that time, and I thought he made some really good passes to Kevin out of the corner. We were in a bit of 0.5 in that situation, so I told him he's got to stay ready because we can use his speed.
Brian, correct?
Monty, I know that it got a little messy at the end there, but it's a historic series with Kevin and Devin putting up this offensive numbers gives you a margin for error. I mean, what do you think those guys just gave you throughout the 5 games?
Yeah, I just think the ability to put the ball in the hole in certain environments. Once you get to games 3, 4, 5 in any series, your play calls are not going to be as effective. And so when you can throw the ball to 2 guys and sometimes 3 guys that can just go get a bucket, like that's playoff basketball. I think what we have to do and continue to get better at is spacing around those guys. And when they trap Book or trap Kevin, having a designated flash guy to make plays. I thought J.O. did a decent job of that, but those two guys, they score in bunches, and they score on every level. And I still think we can do a better job of finding Kevin, especially in transition. There were a few times I thought we could have found him for transition 3, so we probably left some on the table with him.
Monty, when Book has a quarter like he had in the third, is there thoughts to not rest him to start the fourth? When you say this guy's on fire?
Isn't this like how it is? It's like I play him too much now, not playing him enough.
No, that's just an honest question about when a guy's on fire like that.
I know it's honest, but I'm being honest too. I just think we have to be smart in those moments, and we had the lead. So if you have a guy going like that and you have the lead, you think you can buy some time to rest him because he just played the whole quarter.
Monty, what did you think of the free throw discrepancy?
It's not something that, these are like those bait questions, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we've had the high free throw number before, and, now they have it. I thought they were really aggressive to attack the paint. That's what they did the last few games when Kawhi went down. So when you attack the paint like that, you're gonna get more free throws. I don't think it was, you can always talk about calls, like the ones that didn't go your way. I wouldn't say that was the case in this game. I just thought they attacked the basket efficiently.
Dave King next.
Hey, Monty. Kevin almost didn't get any shots in the fourth quarter. He didn't get a shot from the about 10-minute mark to the 1 minute when he got that transition layup. I know you guys have talked about him being an expensive decoy, but were you thinking through that fourth quarter that you needed to get the ball in his hands a little bit?
Yeah, I thought we missed him in transition a couple of times, but for the most part, they denied him. If you watch the film, you'll see one guy, he's in the corner and the guy's denying him. We tried to put him in some screening actions and they topped him, and then they put 2 guys around him. And that's why we put Landry in the game, hoping that would free him up a little bit. But I think we gotta I have to figure out ways to get him in space so he can catch the ball freely and be able to go.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Monty.